Hey Ocean Crew, welcome to my channel. I'm Karen and I'm from Ocean Chicks Films. This week on Final Girls of Horror, we are reviewing the over-the-top movie, Attack of the Killer Donuts from 2016. And just a little warning, there will be spoilers, and if that's not cool, then just click off and we'll catch you on the next one. Attack of the Killer Donuts from 2016 is a horror comedy B-movie directed by Scott Wheeler. A small donut shop has a chemical accident and the ordinary donuts are turned into bloodthirsty monsters. Unaware, three friends sell them to unsuspecting customers. The only way to save the town is to hunt them down and destroy them. Starring Justin Ray, Kayla Compton, and C. Thomas Howell. This film is campy, silly, and gross. Is it bad? Yeah. Is it weirdly charming? Hell yeah. I really liked this one. Killer donuts that come alive, grow teeth, and attack you when you try to eat them. And believe me, if you try to eat them, it's much, much worse for you. The sound effects are really great, and it doesn't get any more B-movie than that. What I loved best about this film is that the story is really simple and easy to follow, the characters are really great, and there's a lot of sarcastic humor, and that's my kind of thing, especially in a B-movie. It's got the silliest creatures you could ever imagine, and they're bloodthirsty, cackling pastries. It's hilarious, and the poster is really iconic, and I love the tagline, "We love eating them, now it's their turn." So cool, I really want to get that poster. This film was directed by Scott Wheeler. He's done a bunch of films, but I had to note that he has in fact done a shark movie, Avalanche Shark from 2014. I have yet to see it, but I will look for it and let you know what I think. I also read that he's done some of the VFX of Xena Warrior Princess. So if that's true, that's really cool because I kind of like that show too. I remember watching that way back in my 20s. The cast is pretty big in this film, but one thing I wanted to note was that C. Thomas Howell is in this movie. Haven't thought about him for years and years. I remember seeing him in The Outsiders and Red Dawn. Man, I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, he is a donut-eating cop in this one. And so for the rest of the cast, you've got Johnny, played by Justin Ray, Michelle, played by Kayla Compton, Howard, played by Ben Heyman, and the donut boss, played by Chris DeChristopher. You've got the uncle, played by Michael Swan. The mom is played by Cassandra Voyages, I think. And, you know, on and on it goes. And I saw some crossovers as well with some of the movies that these people are in, other movies, like Shark and Saw Women's Prison Massacre, and I thought I want to see that one for sure. And Piranha, which I saw last night, crazy movie. And also some crossover with director Jim Wynorski too. So I thought that was interesting. I think there's a lot of potential here for a lot of other films to explore and check out. The story begins with John Wentworth, and he's in his kitchen with his mom, and his mom's making him breakfast to get him ready to go to work. The thing is, he is a teenager and she's his mom, but they both look about the same age. There's this weird sexual tension almost going on between the two of them because she's making breakfast in this low-cut, very seductive red dress. So I find that kind of cringy right from the start, but I guess it adds to the charm of the film. And he has breakfast, he needs to get out the door, but he needs cash, so he bugs her for some money because he needs to give it to this girlfriend that he has. This girlfriend who doesn't really care about him at all. She's just using him for money, but he's completely oblivious to it. So he leaves, heads to work. So he shows up at work at this small donut shop in town called Dandy Donuts. And he works there with his friend Michelle. And Michelle secretly has a crush on him, really likes him, but he doesn't really notice her because he's interested in this other girl that doesn't really care about him. And they both have this boss. He's a classic, overweight, balding, cheapskate kind of guy, and they work for him, and they really don't take much respect for this job because they don't care. You know, it's just a dead-end kind of thing, and they're just living for the paycheck. But before he goes to work, he has to find his Uncle Luther, who has his tablet, which ends up being a laptop. So I'm not sure if that was a mistake or that's purposeful. I don't really know. But he has to get his tablet to be able to take it to work. And he finds his Uncle Luther. He's this crazy, eccentric scientist who's working away on an experiment, and he takes the laptop. Well, Uncle is very upset that he's done that, so he follows him to work. Uncle Luther had just created this experimental animation serum that he's injected into a dead rat and brought it back to life. So he's all thrilled and freaking out. So he needs to get that laptop back. So like I say, he follows him to work. He brings this radioactive green-like serum in a test tube with him because he doesn't want anything to happen to it. And once he gets to work, they're arguing over the laptop and a whole bunch of stuff breaks out, and boom, the serum falls into the fryer in the back room. And what happens? The donuts become animated and they grow teeth and they become killer donuts. And no one in the staff or anybody realizes it until it's too late. And with the magic of bad CGI and practical effects and B-movie screams, people start getting killed by these donuts. So the donuts don't actually eat the people, they more kill the people and attack them and rip them apart. But if you're unfortunate enough to eat one of the donuts, then you experience this toxic, green, explosive diarrhea and vomiting, and it's absolutely gross and disgusting. Plastered throughout the film is this radioactive green and Homer Simpson pink. It's funny. I think it's funny. So John has a best friend named Howard. He's very nerdy and dorky. He happens to actually have a little fling with John's mom, which is a little weird too, but John doesn't know about it until after. And John, Michelle, and Howard are the ones that go out to stop the donuts and save the world. Before the movie ends and the restaurant burns down and the donuts are all killed. Well, almost all of them, all but one. Before that happens, there's this cool scene where they're all in the restaurant and there's all these crazy CGI donuts flying around and everybody's in this frenzy fighting with each other. And throughout the film, there's a bunch of customers that end up coming to the donut shop and getting killed by the killer donuts, you know, one by one in different ways. Lots of really cool kills. But the one that I thought was my favorite was this retro hippie guy who's got this donut creation that he's made that he wants to sell at the shop, and it's like made of organic, gluten-free ingredients, and he's just so crazy and so funny. I just love him. It flashes me back when I first moved out to the West Coast. I did a lot of outdoor markets and it just kind of made me think of that, but in a funny way. I love that scene. I love that character. There are donut eating cops, there are bullies, there's a crazy cat lady, there's even an escaped criminal that get attacked and killed by the donuts. There's even an Attack of the Killer Donuts song that's pretty cool. And like I say, the sound effects and things throughout. It's really fun. It's a really fun film. So for my review, I'm going to give it 3 shark bites out of 5. I think it was good. It's a good watch. I recommend it. I might even add it to my collection. Who knows? I definitely want that poster for sure. It's a fun, silly movie. I recommend go buy a big ass box of donuts, kick back and watch this movie. It's going to be a good time. Now go watch the other Final Girls of Horror's reviews of this film. I think they're going to be a lot of fun. And I will have them all linked in the description box below for you to check them out really easy. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up because it helps me out a lot, and subscribe to the channel for more movie talk, interviews that are coming up, movie reviews, Final Girls of Horror, and Sunday, don't forget to stop by for the live stream that I'm doing with the Midnight Society. It's going to be a blast. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this movie, and if you haven't seen it yet, you can watch it on Tubi for free, so that's pretty cool too. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I love you all, and I will see you again with The Exorcist 3 movie review. That's coming up in a couple of days, and have a great evening. See you next time, guys. Bye.